Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your number one source right here on YouTube for all the WWE action and the full reviews from tonight's Monday Night Raw live from Nashville. Now, I am your co-host with the most, Shady Davy LaFlair, and you can catch me over on the LaFlair Network. Now, let me introduce to you the star of the show, the man, the myth, the legend, the icon, Ziggy Cruze.
Oh man, appreciate that warm introduction. Yep, we're going to review Raw from February 10th, 2025 from Nashville, Tennessee. And it starts off with main event Jey Uso comes to the crowd and everybody's rocking as usual. And he goes to get in the ring and he gets attacked from behind by Gunther. And Gunther back body drops him onto the announce table, throws him back in the ring, hits a power bomb on him, very much just, leaves Jey Uso laying. And the officials get Gunther out of the ring, and Jey gets on the mic and tells Gunther that his choice for WrestleMania is Gunther. So we're going to see main event Jey Uso against Gunther at WrestleMania.
Yes, indeed, Ziggy Cruze, because man, Nashville was, man, it was live. The fan affair was also live for Jey Uso, and he was getting out of control, getting everywhere out of control until Gunther, he took over, and it was excited to see, man, it's going to be a big matchup, man. What do you think, man? WrestleMania, the biggest stage of them all, man. These two guys, man, they're going to put on a heck of a show.
Yep, might steal the show. Never know.
Yes, sir. Now take away Ziggy Cruze.
All right, next up we had Damage Control being represented by Dakota Kai and Io Sky versus the ladies of the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez. And this was an extremely long match. So I'm not going to go over every little nook and cranny, but Raquel uses her size and strength to control most of the match, and the end comes when Io hits a double stomp on Liv, followed by the buzzsaw roundhouse kick, and then Io goes up top and hits the diving moonsault on Liv for the 3 count.
It's a pretty exciting match, man. But the losses, man, they just keep piling up for Liv Morgan. And
Yep.
Speaking of piling up, I guess WWE took out some trash that was piling up with the release of Sonya Deville. So there's some wrestling news right there.
Yeah.
Next up, did we have AJ Styles in the house tonight?
Yep, made his return.
It's great to see him back, Cruze.
Yep. And then we had the qualifying match for the women's elimination chamber. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley, and the first ever women's Intercontinental champ looks strong throughout this match, but at the end Bayley reverses the La Casita for the pin, and Bayley is going to the elimination chamber. So big news for Bayley fans out there.
Yes, as she continues to keep her stride and heads off to the elimination chamber. Good for her.
Absolutely. And then Rollins is out there in they call it the Oakland position now, out there in the crowd, and says that since Jey Uso chose Gunther, all eyes are on Cody Rhodes now, and Rollins' opponent for the Elimination Chamber qualifying match from next week, Finn Balor, comes out, and they just hype up their match for next week, and it's probably going to be Seth Rollins that wins that. But.
And in Seth's interview, yes, it did go down in the crowd and was singing his song. And, it's cool to see those people walk out and get those interviews right there, man. It's always a sight to see.
Yep.
Next up, we have
the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, versus the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar. I know it's a good back and forth match, but the Creed brothers can't overcome the War Raiders on their own, so they bring in the tag team title belts and lay out the War Raiders with the belts for the disqualification. unification, and probably going to see more of these two teams in the future after that kind of ending.
Yes, the War Raiders showing why they are still the champions. Now, I'm not a big fan of American Made, or as I like to call them, American males. American. But man, these guys, man, they put on a hell of a match. They're exciting to see those big guys do what they do.
And then CM Punk is in the ring, and he congratulates Jey Uso for winning the Royal Rumble, then throws some shade at Cena for declaring himself for the Elimination Chamber, not having to qualify. Then Logan Paul's music hits, and Logan Paul said Punk got his 15 minutes of fame when Logan eliminated Punk. And Logan is going to eliminate Punk in the Chamber after he beats Rey Mysterio to qualify tonight.
And tonight's main event, we had Logan Paul. Man, now I'm a big Logan Paul fan. If he's willing to do the work and pay his dues, and that guy will be a champion. And of course, the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. It's always good to see him. However longer we get the privilege to do so, and with a really action-packed match, and it's for the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Ziggy Cruze, please hit him with that wrestling news.
Yep, Logan Paul controls much of this match. You know, they take it to the outside. Paul picks up Rey for the power bomb, but Rey counters and sends Logan into the steel steps. Then Rey gets in the ring to run the ropes and hits the penguin slide on Paul. Then they take the fight back in the ring, and Rey is still in control. Rey goes for the 619, but Logan Paul turns around just in time to hit Rey with a big boot. And Logan Paul is on top of Rey in the corner, but Rey powers out with a power bomb. And Rey goes up top, but Logan gets his knees up and hits the pulverizer on Rey Mysterio. And Logan Paul qualifies for the Elimination Chamber. So he's going to join.
Yes, he does. And I mean, like I said, man, if he is willing to do the work, man, Logan Paul will go a long ways. And it was a great match. Man, a lot of high-paced action, even to the floor. It was a very good matchup indeed.
Yep, he's going to join CM Punk, John Cena, and Drew McIntyre in Toronto for the Elimination Chamber. So that's stacking up to be a good show there too.
Absolutely is Ziggy Cruze.
Yep. And at the end of the show, just for a split second, the New Day shows up and attacks Rey Mysterio as we go off the air.
Yeah, they did. I don't know what's going to happen with that, man, but I really do like what the New Day is doing. I really do.
Yep, absolutely.
Please like, share, subscribe, because any interaction really helps this channel. Come back next time for all your Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDowns, and of course the premium live events right here on the Ziggy Cruze and the Wrestling News. Thank you guys.